All right, great. So the first card that comes up for you is the 10 of coins, and the 10 of coins is our card for decision making, which is interesting because that's the first thing that I had said was it's all about you know, being in that decision making kind of mode, right? And ultimately we do have the 2 of coins for us, and the 2 of coins talks about, you know, job opportunities, um, different collaborations, etc. And I'm also seeing that you have this dichotomy that's going on within you with the 2 of wands. So the 2 of wands is what tells us that we're looking at, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But it's a little bit different than indecision on the 2 of swords. This is literally like angel on one shoulder, devil on the other. It's like you can't decide between 2 different pathways and what's going on with that. I'm also seeing for Leo that there's a little bit of energy that is playing with criticism, feeling like you're on the hot seat. Okay, you have these flames right here, and these flames are akin to like being on the hot seat. You're not necessarily in trouble. Somebody's not necessarily being like, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone's not being specifically critical, but you do feel watched. And so it's that sensation of like being noticed for the finer details. I do see after the 2 of coins, we have the ace of coins coming up for you. And that tells us that there is this energy that has to do with money coming your way. I'm also seeing here, so here's the ace of coins and the 2 of coins. So here's your collaboration, your job offer and collaboration. And then right here, we have the ace of coins. And so the ace of coins for us has to do with a surplus of money or money that is coming your way. And it means a new beginning. So if you're looking at a job offer, or if you're playing with something that looks like a collaboration, that's going to bring you money right here. Okay, and perhaps you're starting to speak a little bit more about what's going on in your brain, or you're starting to speak about things and you're not sure how it's going to be received because we have the Magician card. Okay, and maybe that's the question that you have, is maybe should I speak up or should I not speak up? You know, what path should I take with that? And all I have to say about that is let your voice be heard. Like the very least benefit that you get from some kind of experience like that and speaking your piece is clearing that throat chakra and making sure you come from a place of like, I know that it's clear where I'm coming from, because the Magician card is all about speaking. Okay, that's Mercury, and it's also about expertise. And I like to say this a lot when the Magician comes up, and that is, yo, you have an expertise and it's the timing is right. And what I mean by that is like the Magician's on a stage, and if you notice, everything is in place. He has everything in place and all the items that are necessary, all the props necessary. So the Magician reminds us that we have everything that we need. We have the resources that are available. We have the support that's available. We have the tools and the skill set. So it's a reminder for you to come from experience, come from center, come from pure, come from source. But the thing is for you, Leo, is you're not quite sure how it's going to be received. This is my pragmatism, pragmatic, suspicious. I do pick up that Leo has been a little bit short-tempered, right? Right here, pulling the trigger. I'm seeing overwhelmed. Things are moving busy, moving quickly for you, and it feels as if things are busier than they had been before, up into the point where you have the 8 of Swords, where it's a little bit of overwhelm. He's got blinders on, which tell us that he's not sure, like, if he's going to make it through this little maze. But I do have the World card for you and the King of Cups. So the King of Cups has to do with EQ. EQ being emotional intelligence. And that's the card where the Magician is coming up. Like, do I say the thing? Say all the things, please. Let me see if there's anything else interesting in here that's of note. I would be cautious though with the 5 of Cups, because that has to do with belief. So whether you believe something is going to be positive or negative, it will be. Right? So this also has to do with trust, Leo. So trust. If you don't trust yourself, and if you made mistakes in the past, it's hard for us to put that lens on and trust others. But this card right here is about trust. So examine what your trust is based on. Is it based on your behaviors based on how you've been traumatized in the past, or how, you know, what your experiences have been? Or you're either going to look at others and say, you know, perception is projection. You're going to look at others and say they're going to behave just like others in the past, or you're going to look at yourself and say, yeah, I've had this experience in the past, but I trust me and I can make good choices, right? So it's not exactly doubt, it's examination. And I want you to know the difference, because we're not doubtful right now. Leo is nowhere near doubtful. He's about to Leo's about to pull the trigger on some decision making and get things in alignment because we have that 10 of swords or wands in the beginning there. Let's pull a card for you from divination of the, sorry, mystic dreamer for your Leo moon. I do want to mention that there is a 20% coupon code karma, good karma, on the website for 20% off all services. And I'm talking including coaching. I don't like gimmicks. Yet I do want to give do a give back, and I kind of was in this stuck and stubborn place where I was like, I already do 20 hours a week in YouTube, and not even just doing the videos, but there's production that goes to it and a learning curve. And I was told that it might be a good idea to let people know that there is an opportunity to play with that. So good karma is your coupon code for everything on the website services, and I would invite you to take advantage of that up until the 31st, first of the year. I am going to pull some cards for the Leo moon reading. So for those of you that are not Leo moon, you can listen from here on out and listen to how you're thinking and feeling. KarmaOnDeck.com. Please come to my YouTube, Karma on Deck. Join me there. You can see picture in picture. All right, here we go. So Leo, you have the 5 of Wands that comes up first. It seems to me like you're obsessing a little bit about an argument that had happened where you'd ended a relationship with someone, and you're curious that, you know, how things are going since you haven't spoken. And I am picking up that you still care. And it's like maybe, you know, these situations that you have going on in your personal space have just not had room to take on new stuff. And you see here the two of wands, sorry, 2 of pentacles, where there's 2 different ships, like you're in 2 camps when it comes to that. And if you notice, guys, the Leo theme from the general spread to the moon reading are very often similar, with the 2 of pentacles, which is that indecision. You have the 2 of wands in your general spread. Don't stay in indecision very long because it becomes a habit and then you end up in mediocrity, right? We don't want to do that. I am seeing that like you're freaking out a little more than you're admitting over things that are going on. Look at you. You've got the Tower card where it's like, ah, right? And you don't have any patience. Maybe that's the card that I saw that had to do with a short temper. Maybe you don't have any patience for things to continue. I'm getting a lot of this energy in readings lately where people want to hurry up and get the thing done, but there is joy in the process. There's strength in the processes. So, you know, you can't pick an apple in December. Don't try to force the apple to come before the bloom has even decided to come. I am seeing that you're watching, you're waiting. This might be like, you know, I'm getting this image in my head of when we order something from Amazon and we continue to click, click, click and try to see when the shipment is and the updates on the shipment. Ooh, it landed in Vegas. It's in Vegas. It's a block away. Okay, it's in town. It's out for delivery. This is kind of that thing where you're like poking at it. Stop opening the oven, looking at the cake. You're going to make it fall. So truly, it's like you have some emotions that are coming up that feel like juvenile, and you're trying not to play them out. You have both the Empress and the 7 of Pentacles that have to do with waiting. You're kind of losing hope on things that you've put in the past, in the path, like you put in the structure. I do see the 7 of Wands, and that's again this juggling 2 things. Perhaps you're juggling too much, Leo. Are you asking for support? Are you telling people exactly what it is that you want and what your desires are? Because we can't come from a place of power until we speak to what we want. Speak it to the universe. I do see for Leo that there's been some energy that has to do with like not sleeping well or insomnia, maybe even some wild dreams, lucid dreaming. I see the 9 of Swords. Maybe you've had some late nights or you're working late night shifts. It is Christmas. A lot of us are out there fucking around doing the Christmas thing until the middle of the night, right? So there's a lot of that energy too. I do want to say that the King of Swords, I just pulled an extra card for you. King of Swords has to do with decision making. And interestingly enough, that was the first card that came out for you guys today. So who are you allowing to make the decisions? Are you letting circumstance? My best friend and business partner, Moxie Munford, she always says, shit, I just lost it looking at somebody's comment over here. Crap. Decision making. Anyways, so this has to do with like being in clear and concise decision making. Okay, I can't remember what it was Moxie was saying, but I'm going to repeat it in a second. Sorry. See, that's why I try not to comment too much. I look at the comments and I get sucked in. Let's pull a card from the mystic of the divination of the ancients and see what your message is for the day. And I'm pretty sure Moxie's little headspace is going to come back to me so I can mention what I was referring to her, but scattered energy, guys. I don't know about you, but I've had a really hard time focusing. I wasn't going to do videos today, but it is the 21st and we got a lot going on. So I wanted to contribute. Knowledge. So Leo, your card for the week for the divination of the ancients is knowledge. Okay. And this has to do with knowing yourself, knowing the material you want to speak on, being clear on it, and also research. And this has to do with knowledge, also has to do with like trust. Trust what you know. Okay. And it has to do with book, and it also means research too, a little bit, like vet your information before you go making decisions. And yeah, my I'm losing sentences in my head. I'm only getting half images. But anyways, so this is your message from the divination of the ancients. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. Oh, that's what it was. Moxie just popped in my head. So Moxie says, do you want to be the thermostat or the thermometer? Are you just going to arrange yourself around the energy in a room and just be the, you know, walk in and take the temperature and be like, ooh, everybody's kind of quiet in here. Are you going to be quiet, or are you going to come in and be the thermometer and thermostat and change the temperature in the room and be the one that guides that, makes it, molds it? So go out there, make a decision, be the temperature, or be the see, this is why I never tell this analogy, because she always corrects me and says thermometer, thermostat. Fuck it. Go out there, change it, turn up the heat, make some choices, and come from love, guys. This is a really intense day, and I want you guys to really take it for yourself. I'm not doing much else today besides this and a little bit of work, but love and light, guys. Thanks for your patience with me. It's a little scattered today. Appreciate you guys.